Right now, live at 5, new details in the house explosion near Moose Lake that sent 2 people to the hospital. And 2 Iron Range mines announced confirmed cases of coronavirus. What's being done to stop the spread? Plus, the Trump administration has ordered hospitals to bypass CDC recommendations and send all COVID-19 patient information to a central database in Washington beginning this week.
The owner of Dead on Arms says business has been booming lately. We'll tell you why.
And one of the area's biggest tourist attractions is reopening for visitors.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Welcome to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. You are looking at what remains of a home in Kettle River after an explosion sent 2 people to the hospital Tuesday night. Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. We're learning new details tonight about what led to that house explosion and fire near Kettle River that left 2 women with serious injuries.
The explosion happened shortly before 9 o'clock last night just off Main Street in Silver Township. That's where we find CBS 3's John Cardinelli. And John, you were out there last night while crews were fighting the fire. What does it look like now?
Kristen and Tony, when we were out here last night, it was pretty dark out, so it was hard to get an idea of the destruction that occurred at this property. And now that the sun's out, let's take a look here at the property. You can tell that the home here is just obliterated, remnants of the home scattered around the property. And last night, I mentioned that there was a vehicle on fire. Well, let's take a look at that vehicle today and what it looks like. Completely destroyed. The windows are blown out, and I don't know if you could quite see, but inside the vehicle, the upholstery, everything inside just doesn't remain. And one last thing here I really want to highlight. I'm going to get down here and show you something. But if you look straight out that way, there's an air conditioning unit about 50 feet from the foundation of the home. And that just goes to show how massive this explosion was. And today we're learning new information about what occurred here last night. The Carlton County Sheriff's Office said 2 women were home at the time of the explosion. A 75-year-old woman was injured and made it outside, but a 52-year-old woman was trapped in the basement for some time. The 52-year-old was able to get out of the basement before arrived. She told authorities that the house exploded after she turned on the furnace. Kettle River Fire Chief Kyle Reel says it took a lot of effort to put out the fire.
It was a longer fire, for sure. The fact that the debris was spread out all over the place made it a little tougher. And there were some safety issues. We got to go a little slower just to make sure we didn't fall into the basement. There was an overhead power line that took a while for the power company to get there.
Both women were airlifted to a Duluth hospital with serious injuries. Authorities have not identified them. The exact cause of the explosion is also still under investigation. And coming up tonight at 10, we hear from the Kettle River Fire Chief his tips to prevent something like this from happening to your property.
Just an absolutely terrifying situation all around. Thanks, John.
Well, we saw gun sales start climbing at the start of the pandemic, but lately business owners are watching those numbers skyrocket even higher. According to the National Shooting Sports Foundation, background checks on people looking to buy guns in Minnesota were twice as high last month as they were in June of 2019. CBS 3's Leanne Valdez spoke to a Northland business reaping the benefits and explains why.
The owner of Dead on Arms, a gun shop and range in Cloquet, says business is booming. Chad Walsh says his firearm sales are up 300% from last year, and his permit to carry classes are also at an all-time high, with a 225% increase. Dead on Arms also makes its own ARs, too, and Walsh says they have had a tough time with manufacturers and inventory because of a lot of demand on the back end, too. He credits the surge to people being nervous and not feeling safe in today's climate.
You know, normally we find an uptick in March, April, May in gun sales, but this year was unusual due to all the civil unrest and everything that's going on with the pandemic.
Superior Shooter Supply says they've also seen an uptick. Store managers say their sales have doubled since last year.
Thanks, Leanne. And according to the Wall Street Journal, the FBI processed 7.8 million background checks for gun purchases nationwide between March and June. A recent audit shows some unemployed Wisconsinites either got too much or not enough benefits from the state. The data is from April. The errors came as the state processed additional federal aid to help people out of work during the pandemic. The audit called on the state to determine how many people were sent incorrect amounts and how much. then report back by mid-August.
The Trump administration is rolling out a new system today for the way it collects data about the spread of the coronavirus. But the new system is prompting concerns that the data may be politicized or the true numbers will be hidden from the public. Skylar Henry has more details from the White House.
Beginning today, the Trump administration is changing the way hospitals report coronavirus numbers. The Department of Health and Human Services sent this letter to hospitals, demanding they send information directly to HHS in Washington and not the CDC in Atlanta. That data includes the number of coronavirus patients as well as available beds and ventilators. HHS says the move is to more efficiently streamline data gathering, but the portal collecting the information will not be made available to the public. The department reports directly to the president, while the CDC is viewed as a public agency.
We're not being guided by science and by public health principles. We've seen a sidelining of the CDC.
The president has publicly disagreed with the CDC guidelines for reopening schools, and he retweeted a former game show host accusing the CDC of lying about the coronavirus.
You understand this is confusing for the public. So who do they believe, like you or the...
Yeah, I didn't make a comment. I did. I reposted a tweet that a lot of people feel, but all I'm doing is making a comment. I'm just putting somebody's voice out there.
This comes as some within the White House continue to attack Dr. Anthony Fauci over his response to the pandemic.
You can trust respected medical authorities. You know, I believe I'm one of them, so I think you can trust me.
In a USA Today op-ed highly critical of Dr. Fauci, White House trade advisor Peter Navarro wrote, "When you ask me whether I listen to Dr. Fauci's advice, my answer is only with skepticism and caution."
I have a very good relationship. Well, that's Peter Navarro, but I have a very good relationship with Dr. Fauci.
The White House says Navarro did not go through the normal clearance process for his op-ed.
Administration officials tell CBS News they have had talks with Mr. Navarro in the past to get him to tone down his attacks on Dr. Fauci.
All right, Dave's here for a quick look at the weather. Dave, another hot day in the Northland today.
Hot day, and on the sunnier side,
yeah,
that's the high pressure clearing up the sky, which I used last night to go and take a look at that comet folks have been talking about. So I encourage others to do so tonight. It should be on the clear sky side for most places. This picture of the comet comes from my old high school gym teacher, Ken Hoopla, now taking pictures with Snotty Moose Photography. He captured that image, inspired me to go out last night, and wouldn't you know it, looking up towards the northeast. I didn't go at sunrise, but I went after sunset. Looked pretty neat. It shouldn't be bad weather to do it tonight, except perhaps up north where there is a chance for some showers. Spinning to the north of us is that low pressure system that was with us the other day with the showers and the storms. Now it's spinning off an upper level trough that's reaching down towards the Iron Ranges, and it's folks from the Iron Ranges up towards the Canadian border that have a chance for showers tonight. But that trough could bring us a chance for showers region-wide tomorrow. So the Thursday day planner says you get out the door, partly cloudy, but could be partly sunny with increasing clouds by lunchtime. Well, what was that? That just fluttered by a bird, perhaps. Then coming back home, that trough could bring a 30% rain chance. Shouldn't be anything severe tomorrow, but Friday night may be another story, and that's a tale we will tell in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. Is a music festival an option during the pandemic? Plus, how a local community plans on celebrating Farmers Day. City by City is up next.
And tonight at 6, remote learning changed things for many children. Learn how a restart of a school-based preventative program keeps smiles clean.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, Local, CBS 3. Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on Live, Local, CBS 3 Duluth.
For every $35 that you spend at the Essence of Health, you'll get a punch on our customer appreciation card. 10 punches will save you $10 off your next purchase.
In the Army National Guard, family means everything.
Our parents, they were really supportive that all 5 of us would join.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard instills pride that you and your family will share. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Update your lighting and get 11% off everything now at Menards. All Patriot lighting is 11% off, including this Mattia outdoor wall light. Available in gray or oil rubbed bronze finish. Only $26.69 after 11% off. Choose from over 300 in-stock Sylvania light bulbs. Check out the great selection of LED, general purpose, vintage, or flood light bulbs and get 11% off all of them. Start saving with 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The show critics are praising as genius is now the Emmy winner for Outstanding Talk Show Host. What? And the stars love it too.
You're so good.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on Live Local CBS 3.
In this job, you will all be put to the test. America's toughest workers.
I retired from the Marine Corps. I'm a firefighter.
Will battle each other at real job sites. All you have to do is put one of these cars in a box.
Finally being able to brake something.
Don't cut your cord. Power.
Focus.
I want to see how tough I am.
Tough as nails. New episode tonight, 8/7 Central on CBS.
Northwest Outlet Store is open. Yes, Northwest Outlet is open for business 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Now get up to 40% off store-wide on clothing. Up to 40% off on footwear. Up to 40% off on fishing. Up to 40% off on camping. Up to 40% off store-wide at Northwest Outlet. Yes, Northwest Outlet now open for business. Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Online 24/7. Curbside pickup during store hours. 1814 Belknap, Superior.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look at Lake Superior. Will these hot temps we're seeing today stick around? Dave will have your complete forecast in a bit. But first, let's check in on what's happening around the region.
With the COVID-19 pandemic still ongoing, Grand Rapids is moving forward with the music festival. Plus, 2 more Iron Range mines have confirmed cases of coronavirus. That and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. All around the Northland, summer events have been canceled due to COVID-19, but that is not stopping Grand Rapids from hosting the 4th Bonfire Chamber Music Festival. The event will happen on July 22nd and 23rd. It will be held outside at the IRA Civic Center Pavilion. Social distancing guidelines must be followed. However, masks are optional. Meanwhile, 2 Iron Range mines announced confirmed cases of the coronavirus. On Tuesday, both U.S. Steel's Mintac mine and ArcelorMittal's Minorca mine confirmed that 1 employee from each facility tested positive for the virus. Officials also stated that an undisclosed amount of workers have been sent home to quarantine. Last week, Cleveland Cliffs confirmed 1 person at United Taconite had tested positive. That means the 3 facilities still operating in the region have active cases of COVID-19. Every year on Labor Day, the city of Beauvais celebrates Farmers Day, but this year things are much different. Due to COVID-19, the Farmers Day Committee has not been able to hold fundraisers to support the event. However, they are still planning to hold a fireworks show. To support the cost of the fireworks, they are selling sarma. Orders will be taken until June 20th. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, go ahead and send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city.
Coming up, learn why scientists say they are making strides toward a COVID-19 vaccine.
Most towns had a sunny sky today, though up towards the Iron Ranges like Virginia here, clouds were just a little bit thicker as an upper-level trough of lower pressure tries to bring us some sprinkles. Will it pay off? We'll look at the Doppler together coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Hi, I'm Dr. Charity Reynolds. I would like to remind you that COVID-19 is still around. Remember to wash your hands, wear your mask, and stay home as much as possible. Thank you.
Home Furniture presents Stickley during our 4th of July sale. For a limited time, enjoy 35% savings on the stunningly crafted history from Stickley Furniture during the Stickley 4th of July sale, only at Home Furniture.
The 2020 Subaru Crosstrek. It comes with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, plus an economical 33 miles per gallon. And the Crosstrek has the lowest 5-year cost to own in its class for 3 years running, according to Kelley Blue Book. Love is out there. Find it in a Crosstrek.
Lease a new 2020 Subaru Crosstrek Premium for $329 a month. See the versatile Crosstrek today at Miller Hill Subaru. Online at millerhill.com.
Call A1 Movers today to schedule a free office relocation estimate. We have all the necessary tools and experience to help streamline your business's change of address. Our friendly, uniformed crew will carefully relocate and protect both your new and existing facility. Whether across the street or around the globe, one call hauls it all. Take the burden off of your staff and put it on ours. Remember, moving is hard. Calling A1 Movers is easy.
Now at Home Sleep Express, get no interest financing for 6 years on any Serta iComfort mattress, plus up to a $300 merchandise bonus, and get free delivery and setup. 6-year financing on Serta iComfort at Home Sleep Express.
Northwest Outlet is open for business. Now save up to 40% off store-wide.
The show critics are praising as genius is now the Emmy winner for Outstanding Talk Show Host. What? And the stars love it too.
It's so good.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on Live Local CBS 3. Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Again, here's a live look up towards Virginia, eyeing up the Richelieu Pit here where they're draining the water to do some mining. Well, we're taking a look here to see if the streets are wet, and they're not right now. Though it's folks on the Iron Ranges to the Canadian border that have a chance for a couple of showers here this afternoon and evening, all associated with the tail end of the low-pressure system that packed the punch the other day with the big storms for a good chunk of our region. This trough could be with us through tomorrow, so we'll have chances for afternoon showers pretty much through Thursday afternoon. Come Friday, better chance in the evening for a bigger storm system coming our way, which we'll talk about after our daily look at the current conditions at Duluth International Airport. It's 82, so we got warmer today when the sun came back out. Relative humidity has dropped 35%, so it's warm, but it's comfortable. Westerly, southwesterly winds going 9 miles per hour. Comfortable now, but 2 points could go up on Friday, and that'll be fuel for some bigger storms. Again, we're talking about that in just a bit. There's that westerly, southwesterly wind going 9 miles per hour. Currently could gust up towards 20. 29.92 inches of mercury is the current barometric pressure reading. And the current thermometer reading in Watersmeet's only 71, but we go up to 77 towards Ironwood and Hurley, 79 Ashland and Odana. Washburn's probably not too far off the mark, 78 for Hayward. Ulu, probably in between the 79 and 83 you see there in Superior, 79 Solon Springs, 81 Moose Lake, and Two Harbors as well, upper 70s on the Vermilion Range. Oh, close to 80 on the Mesabi, at least towards Hibbing Chisholm, 80 Grand Rapids, 62 International Falls. Must be one of those clusters of showers up there, the cloud cover knocking down the temperatures. And that's exactly the zone we're expecting those showers to be. Again, a trough of lower pressure in the upper levels here, spinning off the center of the low pressure from the other day. That's still up to the north of our region, even though its frontal boundary is pushed well over towards the east. And so tonight you do have a chance for some showers from the Mesabi and the Vermilion up towards places like International Falls and Bike, 30% shot. A 30% shots that'll likely pass into the rest of the region here tomorrow as that low slowly moves its way towards the east. So higher pressure is also involved in the deal here, trying to drive along that trough. And for the most part, I think we all have a sunnier sky, except for being peppered every now and then by the showers from the trough. Now, from the west, getting into late Friday night, that's the better chance for showers and thunderstorms. Sun may become severe late Friday night into Saturday morning from the latest go-around in the cold front associated with this low-pressure system. Forecast tonight, it's much gentler. In Minnesota, north of Duluth, yeah, you may get some showers, but the rest of the region will be partly cloudy. Lows in the 50s for most locations. We swing into Wisconsin and Michigan, where the low temps will be in the mid-50s. Partly cloudy sky and dry there. Tomorrow, the trough may give folks a 20% afternoon shower chance in that neck of the woods, highs in the low 80s, and it's a 30% shot in Minnesota. Not expecting any severe weather. Highs will run 77 to 83 in Minnesota. And so the 20-30% shower chance of Thursday goes away for the daylight hours on Friday. It'll be mostly sunny and warm, 86, with dew points increasing. All of that setting the stage for that low pressure system to feed on the heat and humidity late Friday night through a good portion of Saturday. 80% chance for potentially strong storms. Once that goes away, then we settle down, calm down, cool down for Sunday. should be a pretty decent day then, if Saturday itself is a little bit of a bumpy ride.
Yeah, I was going to grumble at the rain on Saturday, but then as I started to think back, we've had pretty nice weekends so far this summer.
Yeah, we really have, and this is kind of looking like a replay of just the other day when the storms came late at night.
Oh, okay.
And were done by sunrise.
Okay.
Rather than being an all-day ruiner.
Yeah.
Just a little shake-up in the evening.
We'll hope it's that. Thanks, Dave. Experts are announcing a promising development in the search for a coronavirus vaccine. CBS's Laura Podesta explains why top health officials are cautiously optimistic.
Every single one of the volunteers who was part of the first COVID-19 vaccine tested in the U.S. showed an immune response, according to researchers. The experimental vaccine was developed by Moderna and the National Institutes of Health. The team reported in the New England Journal of Medicine that the 45 people who received it now have so-called neutralizing antibodies, key to blocking infection.
This is a 2-dose vaccine. And there were some people who had sore arms and a little bit of fever and some fatigue, etc. The small price to pay for protection against COVID, I would think.
The goal is to have 300 million doses of potential vaccines by January. But top U.S. epidemiologist Dr. Anthony Fauci warns just because it may soon be available doesn't mean the problem is over entirely.
What we hope is that with a combination of people having already been exposed and a vaccine that's anywhere from 70-75% effective, that there will be enough herd immunity, that there will be a time when you and I don't have to worry about getting infected.
The initial study tested young adults. Within the next few weeks, researchers will embark on a new 30,000-person study. That'll help answer, among other questions, how more at-risk Americans like older adults respond.
The next testing phase will also help determine whether there are potentially more serious side effects. Now, nearly 24 possible COVID-19 vaccines are in various stages of testing around the world.
You'll have to wear a face mask when shopping at Walmart or Sam's Club starting next week. The nation's largest retailer said the policy will go into effect at all stores on Monday. They want to give the company time to inform stores and customers. Walmart spokespeople say about 65% of its more than 5,000 stores and Sam's Club locations are in areas where there is already a mandate on face coverings. The retailer also said it's creating a new health ambassador role at Walmart stores and will have them near the entrance to remind customers about the new requirement. The Duluth firefighter cited for assaulting a woman on a hiking trail is now on paid administrative leave. It happened Friday morning on the city's Traverse Trail. The 65-year-old woman told police she asked 48-year-old Conrad Sunday to leash his 3 dogs. That's when he allegedly assaulted her. Duluth Fire Chief Sean Creuset says Sunday is now on paid leave pending the results of an internal investigation. Police cited Sunday for 5th-degree assault and for dog off-leash.
Coming up, a North Shore attraction is open for self-tours. Coming up, learn the changes that have been made to keep people safe during the pandemic.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It just gives you such a boost of confidence.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
Makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home. I had the timer on, and we were screaming. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. These lines bother me. They really do. And this is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. So it targets all those problem areas.
So this would be a daily thing, or
it absolutely could be a daily thing. But the way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger. This is it.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Coming up Thursday on CBS 3 this morning, we're hearing how local businesses and medical providers are adjusting services as economic impacts from the pandemic continue.
And we're looking at a pretty warm end to the week, and I'll have those details in your WeatherMax forecast.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD. And we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that. Plus, sometimes in the rain, our services go out.
Because of the dish on your roof?
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-916-4499.
And Spectrum Internet starts at 100 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-916-4499.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez, on CBS 3.
A popular North Shore attraction reopened today after closing due to the pandemic. Split Rock Lighthouse opened for self-guided tours. They've made some changes in order to keep people safe. Certain parts of the lighthouse, like the keeper's rooms, will be closed. The gift shop also moved outside. You can pre-order tickets online or over the phone, and limited tickets are also available on site.
Duluth leaders say the city's census response rate is currently behind its 2010 numbers. That's something they're hoping to change, and quickly. Minnesota leads the country with a 72% response rate. Duluth is slightly behind that at 71%. The city's public information officer, Kate Van Dale, says every response is important because of the funding and resources allocated from the survey. That's why they're working extra hard in certain neighborhoods in Duluth, like the Hillside and Lincoln Park areas, where response rates are falling behind the rest of the city.
Sometimes we also see members of the community in those neighborhoods don't have computers, they don't have smartphones sometimes, especially with technology moving the way that it is. And so, again, we're just wanting to reach out to make sure that everyone is counted.
Van Dale says census workers will begin knocking on doors on August 11th for those who haven't filled out the forms.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, at least 4 states have a record number of coronavirus deaths as the U.S. Army sends health professionals to Texas and California. Could more Americans be forced back into lockdown? Plus our series, Racing to a Cure, a promising COVID-19 vaccine trial. Why researchers are optimistic this one will work. But what about potential side effects? And we'll meet a 90-year-old climbing to new heights this summer, all for a good cause. That's coming up on the CBS Evening News.
CBS 3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
Want to do more to help your community? The All of Us Research Program is a great way to contribute to health discoveries for today and the future. Call, visit us online, or download the All of Us app to learn how you can make a difference.
We're working extra hours. We're taking your calls from home. We're hiring more technicians and working however we have to. We're partnering with schools, helping families in need, donating to hospitals, and thanking first responders. We're here. We care. And we'll go to the extreme to keep this community connected.
Arrowhead Supply is your local professional source for kitchen, bath, and countertops since 1973. Whether you're planning to remodel or build new, Arrowhead Supply has a wide range of styles and finishes to choose from. We custom fabricate laminate, quartz, granite, or Corian countertops on site and provide top installation. View all of the new colors, materials, and wood available and receive help from our knowledgeable staff at our Lincoln Park showroom. Arrowhead Supply. Visit us today. Free in-home estimates available.
Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on live local CBS 3 Duluth. Join the Greater Downtown Council for Movies in the Parking Lot. Friday nights all summer long. Watch movies from the comfort of your vehicle. Reserve your $10 parking spot ahead of time at downtownduluth.com/events/movies in the park. Present your digital ticket at the gate and enjoy. Bring your own food or have snacks from the concession stands. It all starts on July 17th with this blockbuster presented by Carlson Orthodontics and live local CBS 3. Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. Mainstream is your wedding headquarters. Downtown Duluth.
Well, thanks for joining us on this edition of CBS 3's News Live at 5. Here's a live look over Duluth as we hit the halfway point of the week. Now let's recap our top stories and find out what's coming up at 6.
Last night, a house near Moose Lake exploded, and 2 women were flown to a Duluth hospital with serious injuries. Authorities have not identified them. One of the women told authorities the house exploded after she turned on the furnace. The exact cause of the explosion is still under investigation.
And later tonight, efforts to make testing quicker and easier are picking up steam. Minnesota-based 3M could soon play an even bigger role in fighting COVID-19. The company is already the world's largest producer of N95 respirators. Now it's partnering with MIT for a COVID-19 test that shows results in just minutes. We'll take you behind the scenes to show you how tonight at 6.
That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is up next.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you at 6.